out so many businesses in our experience.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know that you've been hearing this.
Let's go.
You can run that back by that.
This the Buffalo experience. I know that you be hearing this. If you never heard of it, you must be delirious. Tapping if you're serious, we working if you're curious. Experience in Buffalo. Sit down and enjoy the show. Let's go. This the Buffalo experience.
Let's go. Buffalo.
Yeah, I know that you be hearing this. Let's go. Let's go. It's a podcast.
Let's go, Buffalo.
It's a podcast. This the Buffalo experience.
Let's go, Buffalo.
Yeah, I know that you be hearing this.
This is the Buffalo Experience podcast. I'm rolling with Big Dave.
I'm Oteeks.
And I'm Mark with iBuild Roofing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mark.
All right, so this is actually the first time I'm meeting Mark, but
Yes, sir.
Motique's actually knows him a little bit, you know. Met him a few times.
I mean, I just met him. I think I just met you like a month ago.
Yes, you did.
How did we meet, Mark?
So, when I was out here in the blistering cold, knocking on doors that looked like they had bad roofs, I came across the roof above
Motique's
your house, and I
He said, "Damn, son, you need some work."
yeah. I knocked on your door, and your girlfriend answered, and I told her that you have like a patch up on your roof. Like, you know, I was wondering if you guys were taking care of that in the springtime. And then she was like, you can talk to Adam. And then I just wrote down your info.
Yeah.
And that's how I got a hold of you like a couple of days later down the road. And we just had a conversation.
Yeah.
Word.
What came out of that conversation?
Oh, you're going to have a brand new roof
That's
on
right.
your house.
That's right. This dude's great at what he does, man. I'm telling you.
yeah.
How old are you, brother?
19.
19 years old, and I'm 30.
Yeah, I'm
And,
32. So
he sold me. Well, you're 30.
I'm 30. Apostrophe.
I know what you meant.
Space.
I know what you meant, but he's like, it sounded like you said I'm 32. He's like, I ain't that old yet. No, we're some old heads compared to you, bro.
Yeah,
but
for real.
But honestly, yeah, when you came to the door, first of all, my girlfriend was like, yeah, you seem like a nice guy. Like, she was actually like cool with you calling me. So, and I honestly, I look at my girlfriend a lot and the way she can read people.
Mm.
So for her to be like, yeah, this kid wasn't just like some like weirdo like soliciting on the property or trying to like sell me something. She was like, no, he was a nice guy. Like, you'll probably get a call from him. Like, all right, cool. Like, I definitely probably didn't need a roof right now. Like, you even said the roof was in decent shape, but you know that it was like, it's definitely time, you know?
Yeah.
But I just kind of went with my gut, bro. And then I asked you to be on the podcast.
Wait, I'm confused. Is it time or is it not time?
I mean, you know, like when
So
it's
what's
time is when
wrong-
things could start going wrong.
What's wrong
It's
with the
better
actual
not
roof?
to wait.
Are you leaking water or what?
I had a couple leaks.
Yeah.
Remember, you had your buddy. I had your buddy that we won't mention his name. Come and he did the work. He did good work. I paid him and did what I had to do. I had he did 2 repairs for me, your buddy,
Yeah.
and then I had I think that was it. It was just those 2 bigger repairs that I needed done.
Didn't you have like shingles fly off your roof or something like
Yeah,
that?
that was the first thing your buddy did.
Yeah.
And then, no, honestly, I wasn't even probably going to get a roof this year, but I knew it was coming. So I was like, why not? This dude's motivated. He knows what he's talking about.
Out of sight, out of mind, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Once it's
yeah.
done, it's done.
Yes.
You know?
And the chimney, that was a big issue. But
So-
it's better not to wait to the point where it does leak and then you get like more damages
Yeah, damage
and you
all
got to
over your
replace
house.
all that wood. And plus, like the pricing of the wood nowadays, where it has gone up so much that if you do leak, you got to pay another thousands of dollars or whatever on top of that price.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real, man. And you were honest. You were really honest with everything too, man. Like, you actually literally told me like your attic's great. You got a lot of good airflow in there. Like, because some people will come in and be like, "Oh man, this is rough, dude. Like,
This
we're
is
gonna
terrible.
need
Let me
there's gonna
tell
be
you
a full
something.
tear off." You know, like.
Let me tell you something. It's almost like a skill that every construction worker has or
Yeah.
builds. Like once you get to a certain point, it's like, oh man, oh, I don't know who's the last guy that worked on this, but he did a terrible job.
I think you might have said that at one point.
I hear that a lot from people. I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
So we figured out, you do roofing, right? So is that the only type of construction that you do? You do like framing or like masonry, siding, drywall? Like what do you guys usually do?
So I do roofing, siding, and gutters.
Okay.
I do framework only when it's needed.
Okay.
So if you do have like a repair,
Like retying your rafters or something.
we'll re-sister them, or we'll put them together,
Right, yeah, okay.
or we'll replace the plywood.
Yeah, like basic
Exactly.
basic framing. I gotcha. All right. So how did you actually like get into doing that? Because like before you answer, I'll just tell you, I always, you know what I mean? I did construction for 20 years before we started this podcast. Actually, probably stopped doing it like 2 years before this podcast. So I know that like for most people when they do construction, like you got like a dad or uncle in construction and he like kind of showed you a couple things and you kind of figured it out. Was that the situation for you, or was it different, or what?
You're right on the money. That's exactly how it started. So
your dad does constructions. Does he do the same type of stuff or what?
So my dad actually does saunas.
Okay.
He sells saunas.
Interesting.
But my uncles, however,
Does he like, I'm
They
sorry
do
not to
this.
cut you off, but does he just like install saunas, or he like make saunas out of like cedar, or like what's
so do you hear B Saunas USA before?
B sauna?
Yeah, B Saunas USA.
No,
No?
never heard of him.
Okay, so he's on Lockport Road. That's his warehouse.
Okay.
And he gets sauna kits from Canada, or he gets them all around the world, and then he sells them
Oh, okay,
all
that's
around
pretty
the world.
cool.
Yeah, he does all saunas, so wood burning and electric, and we use cedar. Yeah, we build them locally. We build them,
Yeah.
but we sell them all around the world.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
pretty cool. Oh, so you said that's your dad's company?
Yeah, that's my dad's.
And so you actually, is that how you started really anything you were working with your dad?
Well, I
and
think
his
he was
company?
kind of, before I cut him off, I think he was kind of getting into that. So
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
that's my bad.
So my dad actually told my uncles, he was like, "Make this boy a man," because I was a bad kid.
Yep,
Oh,
take him to
okay.
a construction
All
site.
right.
Yeah, he's like, "Make this boy a man." Like he needs to know what real work is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And then
it's respectable.
I was 13 years old when I did my first roof, and I was out there for like 13 hours,
Nice.
and that was super hard. That was like the worst like experience I had during that time. But and then my uncle has told me like, "Are you gonna come back a second time?" And I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'll do it. And then from there, I kind of just started doing roofing.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
Shout out B Royal Construction for starting me up and getting me where I'm at right now. And after that, every single summer I just went with them, and I was learning more of the trades for exterior, so roofing, siding, and gutters. And I did that all the way up until I was 18, and then that's when I kind of did my own thing. That's when I
That's
started
cool.
my own thing.
No, that's cool. That's respectable. And it's kind of funny because, like, you know, I have a different perspective, obviously, because I've done construction for 2 decades. So, like,
Yeah.
I've been around, you know what I mean? And one of the things you always notice is, like, the people whose, like, dads or uncles or whatever don't even know how to swing a hammer or don't know what a speed square is.
Yeah.
And the people that have been on job sites like myself since like shortly after I was out of diapers, you know?
Yeah.
So like you always notice that the people who have like dads and uncles and all them that do construction, literally any kind of construction, you don't have to be the same field, but literally any kind of construction, usually those guys are probably some of the most knowledgeable people about what they're actually doing, and they're going to actually do it right, and not like, as a lot of people say, bastardize it. But so,
yes,
yeah. So I guess that kind of answers that next question I had for you. But Motiques actually told me about a viral video that you had with your brother.
yeah,
Yeah,
So-
speaking of starting off young, right?
yeah.
Jeez, you know, how old's your brother?
He is 15.
15, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But he was young, right? When
He was
when he
14.
Oh, okay. See, I
14.
thought bro was like 10 years old. Like
He
No.
looks super small.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
But he's older.
okay.
He's 15 right now, but he was 14.
Nice.
Nice.
So you
So-
got him on the job, or
Yeah.
what'd
So
you-
what happened with all that? Like,
So he was like kind of sitting around, and my mom was like, "Take him to work. Like, why is he sitting home playing video games?"
right.
And then that's when I was like, "Yo, Adam, let's go." That's his name.
Oh yeah, his name's Adam. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yours.
Good name.
I'm like, "Come out here and let's do a siding job." And he's like, "Okay, yeah, sure." And like he was with it. He wanted to do it,
Yeah.
and he actually liked it. Like I taught him how to properly install it, how to swing a hammer, and he was like, "Screw it! Like I like this." It's kind of like how I started out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He'll probably start his own company in 3 years or 4 years, and
who knows?
or
Who knows?
or you know what I mean. You guys he'll be like your right hand man. Hopefully,
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
that's the goal. Because you could really build your company to a point where might not even need to start a company. He could really just be, you know what I mean, helping you with
Yeah.
your company, and because that's the hardest part is like starting your company and getting it pretty much to where you're at now, right? Like getting it to where it's at, so you can make enough money to live off of it and pay your people, and you know.
Well, so right now I guess I could say I'm still self-employed. There's a difference between a business owner and self-employed. Self-employed is when you're working in the business, and then a business owner, you're working on the business.
Okay.
So you have people already doing the work in it.
Yeah. So
and
you're
working-
still out in the field swinging a hammer and like getting stuff done as well as
This-
other things.
Yes, but this year I'm planning to just delegate that to my foreman. So
Okay.
I want to train him out so he can run the crew by himself while I'm out doing estimates or training my sales team or my canvassing team.
Gotcha.
So being more of a business owner is your
Yeah.
goal this year.
Yeah, I don't want to work in the business. I want to work on it. So like
Nice.
basically create that hamster wheel of where I'm just inputting new things into the hamster wheel to make it, bigger and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get more jobs, get more accomplished in one season.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, the hardest
Hire another
part-
crew next year, maybe.
I'm gonna tell
Exactly,
you the
yeah.
hardest part about all that is literally finding reliable people.
That is true. So
I already trust me. I know.
I know exactly what you mean. So in my business, I do have like filters that I go through, even with like choosing the right like homeowner or even like finding the right people. I have like a setup call that I have that filters them out like a good employee from a bad. And then I actually sit down to do an interview with them, and I ask them just a bunch of questions that like filters out the good people from the bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have like a filter process. Even with like my my roofing estimates, like I filter out like the bad leads from the good.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
a proper system in there does give you like a good customer base if you
Yeah.
properly
Kind
do
of.
it.
Yeah. Okay. I get
Yeah.
what you're going with that. Yeah.
Nice.
So what did Motiques over here do with it? Did he? Was his roof not that bad, or like?
He had those patches in there and they're black shingles. I'm like, oh my goodness, this guy has no.
Yeah.
He has.
Yeah,
he
he
has
thought
no
it was like
shingles.
the underlayment on
Yeah.
my roof, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, those are brand new shingles, my guy. What are you talking about?
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
my roof's fixed. It just doesn't look great. I was just so he was talking about his brother and how he taught him how to do the work, but
Okay.
I wanted to know about. I also wanted to know about your brother. Like you made videos of your brother, and you guys got a little like fan base
Yeah.
based off your little brother like doing work. You know,
Really?
Like he
Uh,
was.
Well,
yeah.
what are we talking here? Like millions of views, or like you got like a couple thousand people watching you regularly? Or
I
what's-
had 11 million views on
Damn.
one
Yeah,
video.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
People asking about where your brother's at and
Y-
stuff.
yeah,
yeah.
So I was on the job site that we were talking about, and I just whipped out my phone, like, oh, whatever, I'll just record him and send it to my mom.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, you know what? Yo, that's a good video. Post that on Insta. That's gonna generate some views. And I'm like, all right, screw it. And then I posted it on Insta, and it just started blowing up. like it got a lot of views. But the thing is, my dad also posted him on his Bisauna's channel.
Oh, okay.
And that video got millions of views too.
Damn.
It got like more than mine, probably like 12, 13 million views.
Wow.
So literally, it was just him, like Adam, who was getting the views for it.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's crazy.
What was he doing? Was he just like what?
He was just handing. They were building a custom sauna. They were building a sauna kit,
Yeah.
and he was just handing them just wood, just like the cedar wood, and that's it. That's all it was.
So because I haven't seen the video.
Yeah.
Once Zeke saw it, he
I don't-
told me,
I
he's
didn't
like,
even-
dude, gotta ask
I
him
actually
about it.
didn't see the sauna video.
Yeah,
You didn't see it?
I just
saw
Oh.
his video though.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the sauna video, we'll have to check it out.
So
for
what?
sure.
Yeah.
So what? I'm just curious. Like, is it just like funny the way he's like handing the wood over?
No,
Or
it's
is-
just the fact that it's a
he's
little
like
kid.
a tiny ass kid on
Yeah.
a construction
And
site.
it's like for today's like generation of kids, it's such a like daddler, or where like older people see it and like, oh, my kid isn't doing this. Look at this kid, you know, like,
oh yeah,
like
yeah.
look at this kid. What are you doing? You're
Yeah,
playing
like-
video games.
Hope is
Yeah.
not gone for
Yeah.
the future generation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a good video for like that older audience, because they could go like, oh, look at our new generation. Look at this kid.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was feeling my like comments, like how they were just talking, like, oh, little kid.
Yeah, they're like this kid's actually like doing stuff instead of freaking
sitting
talking
home.
about Robux or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, seriously.
Spending
Got
mom's
an indent from his headphones from talking on his
Yeah,
headset
exactly.
and stuff,
Yeah.
you know. That, I hate to say it, but that was definitely me as a kid, but I started working young. I had no choice. So like I enjoyed my childhood, but when I was like 14, I had my first job and doing landscaping and stuff. So
Yeah.
I had no choice, but the kids that their parents give them a choice,
Mhm.
they're gonna choose video games.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
wouldn't you? Like, if your parents were just
I-
like, do whatever you want,
I would have, yeah.
that's
I
what I'm
would've.
saying. But you need that kick in the ass, really,
You
dude.
do.
Like,
You do.
and I didn't have, my mom told me like, you're not gonna be able to just live here forever and just
Yeah,
not pay for
exactly.
anything. Like,
Right.
and if you want the things you want, like, she's like, I'll get you everything you need, but those things that you want, like, it's
gotta
not
do
happening.
yourself.
You gotta get it
Mhm.
yourself. There's
Yeah.
just no opportunity. Like, you
That's
have to. You
that's
know?
how my dad was. He told me like, you're buying your own car for your own money.
Hell yeah.
And
That's it. It sounds. I mean, it almost sounds like me and you probably grew up very
Yeah.
similar.
I think
'Cause,
that's
like-
correct. I think I'm gonna do that to my kids. Like 100%.
So
Yeah.
I kind of had like a similar situation. My dad had the contract for all of Western New York for premier bathtubs. So they're like really expensive bathtubs, like geared towards like old people. So like instead of a normal bathtub where you have to hop over the side to get in, and you sit down all the way on the ground.
Yeah.
These have doors in them and a very low threshold, so you can step over it. Like
Okay.
old people with mobility problems, they can get in and out of it.
hmm
And it's got a seal on the door and it locks, so you can get in there. You sit in the seat inside, and you're upright, but you're still able to take a bath.
Okay.
So I started doing that and helping him when I was super young. And that's kind of how I got into construction.
I gotcha.
And kind of, you know what I mean? I always tell people this, like, construction's like a gateway drug to like being your own person.
Yeah.
Because once you learn how to like build one thing or fix one thing, then you're like, I bet you I could fix that too. That, or you see somebody else fix something, you're like, I could do that.
There's a lot of contracting companies,
Yeah.
especially in Buffalo. There's hundreds of roofing companies.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where they got the idea. Like, yeah, I can do this myself and make money.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, like when it comes to the construction, you know, like obviously you only do the roofing, siding, and gutters, which is cool. Like, because some of these companies, man, they do everything, and it's like it's gotta be hell sometimes, man. Like Chris, like our boy Chris, like, you know, someone calls him and when the drain's clogged, and sometimes it's some nasty shit.
Yeah.
Like literally,
Me, I know.
you're making shit out of a drain.
Listen, I've been in somebody's basement at 3 a.m. with my waders on, wading through their shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. So like, what is your favorite thing about construction though? Overall, like, you've done a lot of work over the years. So like, what is your favorite thing, even if you don't do it? You know?
Yeah, it could be like, you know, favorite type of job, or like, you know, enjoying sitting there shooting the shit with other construction workers, or you know what I mean? Whatever it is for you.
I like, well, my favorite part is probably the job site management. I like being there as a foreman and just seeing the productivity, like when I like systemized everybody to complete the project and it's going smoothly. That's like one of my favorite parts of the whole process.
Nice.
Also, like doing estimates. I love doing estimates.
Nice.
Because, you know, you could sit down and look, we're having the podcast right now because, you know.
Yeah. We just did the estimate 2 weeks ago,
Exactly.
or 2 or 3 weeks ago. We're doing the roof. Shit, we're doing that in a couple weeks. You'll be here, dude.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah, April 1st through like the 5th, depending on.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's already March 14th or something, or 13th.
Yeah,
like,
that shit flies.
It's coming up, dude.
Oh,
a couple weeks. Actually, yeah, like pretty much like 2 weeks. But
yeah,
that's cool, bro. That's cool.
So I got a question. So now we know what your favorite part is. What's your worst, like, what's your least favorite thing about doing construction?
That's a good one too.
I gotta say, probably obtaining the lead.
A lead?
Oh, okay.
Well, as a business owner, I don't know if that answers the question for construction, but
I mean,
getting the lead it's quite.
It's a lot of work, right? Got to go up to random people,
discouraging,
ask them questions, make sure you're presentable,
well,
make sure you look like you know what you're talking about, make sure you can answer all their questions.
I don't really know what's my least favorite part. Honestly, I
mean, that's a pretty bad part, honestly.
It is, but the thing is, I love door-to-door selling. Like when you come and knock the doors and you get like an estimate, is really like it boosts your morale. But when you hit like 10 no's, like 10 houses and everyone said no, then you're like morale is down low. But it goes back up when you get an estimate or a number. Mm-hmm. So it's like jumpy. So kind of like drugs. You're like everywhere.
You get a high, you get a low one day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you came out and when you found my house, like obviously you got a little high off that because
yeah.
I mean, actually not really, because you talked to my girlfriend, so you're like, all right, well, I hope this guy like calls, or he's not mad that I just talked to his girlfriend about the roof or something. I'm sure a lot goes to your mind, you know.
Well, I don't expect this to turn out to be
right. You're like, oh, great. I talked to the girlfriend and she knew nothing about the roof.
This guy literally won the lottery. He knocks on a door the one day. Now he's got a freaking roof.
Whoa.
He's got a sale. He got an estimate.
Yeah.
He got a callback. He got a spot on a YouTube.
A deposit.
Promotion for his company.
Yeah, seriously. No, it was
dude, that's like
cool,
winning.
Man.
That's like winning the field. Well, maybe not winning the lottery, but at least like winning a scratch off or something, right?
Yeah,
yeah, it's cool.
It is cool.
It worked out good, you know.
It did. The thing with door-to-door sales, it's not that difficult. The worst thing that can happen is the homeowner saying no.
Yeah.
That's it. Mm-hmm. Like they're not gonna like shoot you or anything. That's just the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah.
Is no, thank you, and then they just close the door.
Yeah.
So that's the worst thing that can happen. So there's actually nothing that's scary about it. You just the amount of no's that you get is just morale. It decreases the morale.
Can I tell you something? I don't want to discourage you, but I've done outdoor sales and I've had somebody threaten to shoot me.
Oh wow! Wow.
I don't mean to discourage you, but I wasn't selling the same thing. I I used
What are
to
you
sell
selling?
health insurance, so
Oh,
Oh,
so
yeah.
they didn't want to see me.
They're like, hopefully you got a good insurance policy.
Yeah, right. You know
Well-
what's funny is they actually offered us life insurance policies the second you start that job. I'm like, that's a weird benefit. Now I
Yeah,
get
make
it.
sure you put someone important on that.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
You never know what could happen.
Exactly.
I gotcha. Well,
That was weird.
I don't think. I hope that doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, I
Let's
hope that doesn't
let's
happen
Nah,
to you
dude,
either.
honestly, you have a good character. There's obviously a reason that when I met you, like we talked on the phone and I was like, I don't know what to expect. Sounds like a normal dude, you know?
Yeah.
But when I met you and stuff, we had a really good conversation and you know, it was the middle of winter, so it was very cold. It was like the coldest like time of the year because it was February. It was like freezing. Oh my God, I just thought about it.
It was freezing.
You fell on your ass on my
Oh,
driveway.
yeah, I did.
Oh my God. You know what? I didn't even tell you about that. I didn't even tell you that you know how I know?
Oh.
I have cameras out front of my house and my girlfriend went back and we got a notification that someone was in the driveway.
Yeah.
So we go back on the notification, see if anybody drove by or whatever. She goes back, dude, and literally you ate shit, dude.
Yeah, no.
And I felt so
bad.
bad, and I forgot to like the next time I saw you, because the next
Yeah.
time I saw you was the deposit day,
Yeah.
and I forgot to tell you that I saw that, and I was like, I meant to apologize and everything for it.
Oh,
'cause
no,
I felt bad. Actually, no, it was the last time you were here.
Yeah, it was
It
the
was
last
the
time.
deposit
Yeah,
day.
I was going out
Yeah.
to grab something from my car, and it
Yeah, I didn't know you fell until like after you left. So now I'm just seeing you again. I wanted to apologize. I have a video on my Instagram actually of
You
I
got
had-
the video?
no,
man?
not him, not
Oh,
him.
okay,
No, I
okay.
definitely wouldn't have done that. No, but it would be funny to if
That would
with
have
your
been gold,
consent
though.
we could put that in the video. But that's up to you,
You can. I don't care, man. It doesn't matter. The thing is, on icy days,
dude.
I fall a couple times a day.
I'm sure, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I slip. Like I try to go up sometimes when the driveway is like slanted a little bit. I go and I slide back down. Like I can't
Oh
even get to
my
the
God.
to the house.
At
But
that point, you just
slip.
gotta fall on your ass and just go for the ride. Dude,
Probably, yeah.
you really ate shit, and I
Yeah.
felt bad because it was like the same week I had clients for the studio come here, and my driveway was literally an ice rink. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember how bad my
it was
driveway
bad.
was.
You were
Yeah,
out there
because
with,
you
like,
had the freaking
ice.
water main bust, and it
And-
was like sub-zero temperatures.
Dude, it was the ice was this thick at the end of my drive. I literally
It was.
couldn't even. I was chipping at it with a metal shovel,
I remember
and
that.
I couldn't get through it, dude.
Yeah.
And then the salt, I couldn't buy rock salt because I wanted to get a
Everybody's-
giant bag from Sam's Club, gone, sold
Sold
out.
out, yeah.
I couldn't get ice or salt anywhere. So I'm like, dude, this is gonna like. Oh my God, I gotta hire this dude to do my roof. He's gonna sue me, you know? But I got a video of these dudes, like, there's like 5 people coming through for a studio session, and they're all trying to get through the ice. The one's like doing the shuffle, and he got across nice. The other dude, he's doing a split like this, and then he like gets his feet back together, and then he's like trying to get through the ice, and then
Did anybody
nobody actually fell, but my
Oh, wow.
girlfriend, I have a video of her, like, because the camera will follow you when you come to my house.
Yeah.
It's following my girlfriend up the driveway. She gets right a foot before she can get to the first step because there's like no ice here,
Mhm.
and then it's ice, and she is on this thing, and she's like. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah,
like,
you had
go
a
to
lot of
my.
ice.
If you, I don't. You probably don't have my Instagram. It's pinned to my profile. That's how funny it is.
Yeah.
Because my girlfriend's just like
For
for like 30 seconds, dude, and then she finally gets her like the tip of her foot on the dry concrete, and she's able to get up. It's so funny, dude. But I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That happens all the time, man. For me, that's not even. I just deal with it. That's it.
I know, I get it, bro.
So obviously that's a funny story. Do you have any other like funny stories from like, obviously like canvassing or like jobs you're doing or like anything like that? Like anything crazy funny happen, or even honestly like don't have to be crazy or nothing, but
I know
something that made you chuckle.
He's been thinking since he got here about something
funny
that
stories.
he could think of. 'Cause,
I don't even think about the funny things. I just do the work.
yeah, no,
Like
get
I
it.
have to like dig deep in my memory to find something that I'm more focused on. Like actually,
Can I tell you something? So, like, my mom, when I was a kid, had this guy over to do like I think he was like working on our front door.
Yeah.
Right, it was the middle of summer. My mom got me and my brother like this little plastic skateboard jump.
Yeah.
So we like set it up on the sidewalk, and we're playing, we're on our bikes and shit, and my brother jumps it. It's cool, we're having fun. I jump it and I eat shit, like wiped out, scraped up my arm and my knee and all that. And I'm a kid, so I start bawling my eyes out, right? My mom comes out, and my mom's like trying to make me feel better, so she hops on my bike. She's like, hold on, watch me.
Okay.
Now, my mom didn't realize that it was like a kid's bike. It didn't have like handbrakes, so you had to like pedal backwards to stop it. Or no, I'm sorry. She didn't realize that pedaling backwards wouldn't stop it, because she thought kid's bike, you know what I mean? Usually you pedal backwards and that's your brake. So she does that right before she's going up the jump. And obviously it doesn't work. So she goes over the jump and she wipes out. And the guy that was working on the house watched the entire thing.
Moral of the story, there's a construction worker watching it.
There's a construction worker at our house, and literally dude got a show of just all of us, like my entire family, hurting ourselves for his entertainment. So
did he do anything?
No, he just laughed. He just laughed.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? Like, Ma, you had no right going on that bike at all. You should have just stayed off of it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
She's probably still hurting from that.
You know what? She still talks about it too. Like,
I would, right? Like,
yeah.
My mom tried doing that. She tried riding a scooter.
The funniest thing was she bounced. Like she didn't just hit. She just like hit the ground. She hit the ground and then bounced a couple of times.
Yeah, that construction worker got a show.
Yeah. That's so funny, dude. Jeez. So what about?
So do you have any like funny stories of like shit you've seen while you're on a construction site, or like your workers doing some dumb shit and you're laughing, or like you see your brother wipe ass on a construction site or something, or?
Well, obviously there's moments like those, but I don't really.
When you watch your dad get a splinter for some cedar and then fling a hammer somewhere.
I don't think he's able to. He can't think of anything.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
It all happens like that, but I just don't like remember.
Nothing that's like obviously remotely.
Well, okay, fine.
There we go.
So
we go.
This is not funny. This is like horror and funny kind of.
Okay. We were going to ask you horror stories anyway.
It's funny now to think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is back when I was like 14. We were doing a roof with my uncles, and we get the dumpster loaded with all the existing shingles.
Yeah.
And I was in charge of like the dumpster or whatever, like locking up, closing it up, like make sure everything's, updated. And then my uncle was like, all right, is it ready to drive out? I'm like, yeah, everything's good. Go take it out. And he sits in his truck and he pulls out of the house that we were doing the roof on. And he was driving up the street. And then I remember, I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't lock the back gate. And I'm like, oh crap. And I ran out to try to stop him, but he was already like far away. Oh. I'm like, oh shit. And one of the gates in the back opens up like that. Like it's closed like this. One of the gates opens up, and then there is a car on the side, and that just slaps the car.
That
and I watched it all. I watched it all. I'm like,
knowing it was your fault. Yeah. He probably was like, I asked you if it was ready.
He was mad.
That is definitely a horror story.
Would you say that was your uncle that pulled off with it?
Yeah.
And your uncle probably never let you live that down, did he?
He didn't really trust me after that. He trusted someone else with the dumpster duty.
Yeah, I get that, bro. That's pretty, because those doors are heavy too. Super heavy, just solid steel.
That probably like
rained in my ears.
Yeah,
how hard it slapped the car.
It was.
It was like,
what'd you say?
It rang my ears of how hard it slapped the car. It was so loud.
Jesus. That door probably weighs as much as the car.
It's super heavy, super heavy. Yeah, so
So
that was
yeah, he had that person had to go. Yeah, he had to go through the insurance
Yep.
and
Yeah,
a
that was-
lot of
that was
damages
bad.
on the car because
That
it
was
did.
bad.
It probably didn't total it, but that whole side of the car had like door,
it was scraped,
fender, like
scraped.
it probably broke the windows. Like,
Yeah, the insurance
oh my
covered
god,
it. That was
yeah,
that
it was probably
bad.
like a good $6,000 worth of damage. I'm sure, depending as long as it wasn't like a luxury car.
No, it was just some
Okay, that's good.
some I don't know, Buick or something.
It's good. It wasn't like a BMW or
Yeah,
a Ferrari
exactly.
or something.
I'm happy it wasn't.
You
I'm
know?
happy it wasn't.
Well,
Dude,
you learn from it,
You
right?
hit the
I did.
freaking nail
I
on
did
the
learn.
head with that one. Like that literally checks both boxes.
Yeah, no,
That
because
does.
that is funny, but that is a horror.
That's
story.
like one of those
especially
things
for
that,
you.
like,
It's funny now. Yeah.
But for you, that's definitely something that
That's one of
like,
I'll remember.
you
that.
probably double check your dumpsters every time.
Let me-
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
like
so I
you're just
got-
like, if I can't be trusted, how can I trust anybody else?
Exactly.
Chloe, you gotta get baby.
So I got an
Exactly.
important question for you now.
Yeah.
What did you do first? Laugh or
I didn't say anything.
like what was it?
I was like I was frozen. Like I couldn't do shit
I couldn't even imagine, bro.
because
Because that's like a really bad like screw up.
Actually,
Yeah, that's not funny.
I
That's
can
like the
imagine.
worst. Like the only like task you had on the job was to latch the.
So-
yeah. I was like ground worker. I was cleaning up garbage, man. Like
Alright.
that's my only important thing.
So that
Oh,
actually
man.
kind of reminds me of something that happened to me
Yeah.
when I was a kid. I was literally 14 when it happened, which is kind of funny. So like I was talking about before, my dad, did the bathtubs and
Yeah.
whatnot, right? So a lot of times we end up doing whole bathroom renovations, right?
Mm.
So one day we're in this really nice house. This guy must have spent a lot of money. He had a house that was kind of like a log cabin, looked outside like a log cabin, but it was like a legit regular house inside, right? So we're up on a second story in his second story bathroom, setting up the bathtub for him, right?
Mm.
And we were checking the plumbing for leaks, right?
Yeah.
So we set up a little bucket underneath one of the pieces of copper pipe, right? So, you catch all the water that's going to come through and then you look for leaks while it's running, right? So my dad had me in the bathtub, in the bathroom, and he was like, my job was to tell him when to turn it off, when to turn it, when to turn it on, right?
Yeah.
So we did that, found a leak, went and fixed it. And I don't remember what the miscommunication was. I don't remember why it happened, but I walked away thinking we were done. And my dad did not. So he turned the water on from the water main in the basement, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
So, like, down there, obviously, you can't tell what's going on, right? And I walked out of the bathroom at that point, down the stairs. So I just remember he turns the freaking water on. Next thing I know, there's literally water coming out of this guy's bathroom on a second floor, down his big grand stairs that were like some fancy wood or whatever,
Oh,
mahogany or something like that. It was like $1 million house. This guy had like crazy cars in the driveway, and
How
like
do you react?
clearly, how did the guy react?
Yeah.
Oh, he freaked out. I would have done the same thing. My
Bro.
dad freaked out, and I literally, just like you did, I literally sat there, my eyes wide, and my mouth open,
goodness.
and I'm like,
That's worse than my situation. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, that's worse.
That's terrible.
Yeah, you
bro.
could get
I'm like-
insurance to cover a shitty car, but that's
That's the difference.
I'm
The
like, am
insurance
I
might
gonna
not
have
have
to pay for
covered
this?
that.
Am I gonna get my ass beat? Like what? I'm like, this sucks.
that's wild. Damn.
I would have dug myself a grave.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, do I
Oh
do
my
I
goodness.
just start running now or like? I had no clue what to do. It was probably the worst construction story
Well, how old
I
were
ever
you?
had. I was like 13, 14, somewhere
Yeah,
in there.
well, you probably got an ass whooping.
I don't think he did just because he understood it wasn't like I was.
Well, I don't feel like you didn't have to pay anything. You're still a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's bound to happen.
I was
right?
lucky. My
Exactly.
dad kind of understood why I wasn't there, so he wasn't really too mad at me.
yeah, no.
The guy was pretty mad, but then, we didn't just leave the guy high and dry. You know what I mean? No pun intended, low and wet, really. But
Exactly.
So we got towels and everything we could, and dried everything off the best we could, and you know what I mean. We did what we could, and it all ended up working out.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like, some crazy life-changing event, but it was literally just a funny story that I tell now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another. It crosses that funny / horror.
Yeah,
story.
once you're
'Cause it
like
was such a
several
long time
years
ago.
removed,
Yeah.
and you're not like worried if somebody's still pissed at you, then it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's over and done with. Nothing you can do but learn from it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Double
the main
check
thing.
everything before you leave the bathroom.
That's the main thing. You learn from it.
Yeah.
So,
For sure. Yeah.
Exactly. That was the biggest takeaway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a crazy lifestyle, man. I don't know. I
you
don't
gotta
do
be able
construction,
to-
so
You got to be able. That's I always say it's like one of the most important traits you can have in a person is like everybody makes mistakes, but like, do you learn from the mistakes, or are you just continually making the same mistakes? Because it's a big difference.
I think everybody strives to get better at what they're doing.
I don't know.
I don't
There's
think-
some idiots out there.
There are idiots, but they would try to get better at being idiots. So
or better at maybe not being as
How
much
do
of an
you
idiot.
how do you get better at being a though? Like
well, I don't know. Like
you just
if you're,
fuck a do you? This
if
is
you're
like
trying to steal something from the store, you're gonna try to steal it better the next time. Like plan for it.
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
guess
maybe
you know
I-
what you got a
maybe I
point. You
shouldn't
got a
get
point.
caught.
so you're
this time.
you're
Touche.
So yeah,
you're
get it.
getting better in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Others being
but you're still an
stupid.
idiot.
Okay, if you're playing video games and
Yeah.
you're a top one player, you're getting better in the video game. Like you're not striving to be the worst player. You're trying to be the
Yeah,
best one.
yeah, yeah. It's a good
But
point.
you're still eating Cheetos for dinner.
Yeah. Well, all you see is being better in that game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
that's
you don't
true.
care about anything else.
Yeah. No, I get that. Different categories, right?
Exactly.
Like we might look at someone for being an idiot for shoplifting, but that person might be like, "Damn, I'm getting damn good at this." Like, I went from stealing packs of bubble gum to stealing cars or some shit. You know what I mean?
Until
Like,
you
yeah, you're an idiot, bro, but you're doing pretty damn good at it now.
something like that.
You're leveling up. You know?
You're something like that. Yeah. Collecting XP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it, bro.
So, obviously, you're in the Buffalo area. Are you from Buffalo? Are you Buffalo native, or
So I was born in Buffalo.
you were born in Buffalo? What
I
hospital?
didn't know that.
It was the Buffalo Hospital.
Buffalo General? The Buffalo. There's
Yeah, the
there's a bunch of Buffalo.
I forgot, man. This-
Clearly hasn't been in Buffalo in a while. No. It's like
Yeah,
saying
it was
the
that one.
Buffalo Pizzeria.
Are we talking Buff General or Children's or Mercy?
Sisters?
It was
it Sisters Hospital?
I didn't
'Cause
know if you know
I
this,
don't
but
wanna
there's
hear
a lot
about-
of hospitals.
wanna
It was
hear
in
about-
Tonawandis. It was near there.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay, yeah, Tonawanda's would probably be DeGraff.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That one.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That one. I just forgot the name.
My
Just
dad's
say-
girlfriend actually works there, so.
Yeah, no, I was born here, but my parents were not.
Oh, okay.
My
Where-
parents, my dad's from Belarus
From Belarus.
and my mom's from Russia.
Russia.
No shit.
I
Okay.
said Ukraine. I forgot. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a lot of people that came here from Ukraine. but
Okay.
So, okay, all right.
Yeah,
Now
'cause
you
isn't
said
that your church? Your church
Yeah.
is Ukrainian, right?
I'm actually
Well,
getting
but-
married to the Ukrainian, the one I said I was proposed to.
I knew I knew something. Right?
Now, correct me if
Okay.
I'm wrong,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Belarus is actually like used to be part of Russia, right?
Yeah. So the USSR, when it
Yeah,
all
when it
split
collapsed,
apart,
that was one of the states that became their own country.
it drifted off.
Yeah.
Even like Polish language, Ukrainian language, and Belarusian language and Russian language,
They're
they're
like,
all linked in the same like family, but they just branch off.
Yeah, it's like
into their own.
Guatemalan and Colombian. It's like they're both Spanish, but that's not exactly the same thing.
I can sort of make them out, but
I only know like a tiny bit of Polish.
Yeah.
Because I'm Polish, so.
uh-huh.
Like my grandma.
I'm only laughing because you probably only know like the cuss words.
I literally, that's
I
literally
could just
it.
see you like.
I know how to flirt
Same
with
with me.
I know how to flirt with a woman, and I know how to tell someone off in Polish. That's about it.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
I guess that's the most important thing, right?
You understand the highlighted parts.
Like my grandma used to always say, like, "Daj mi buzi," which means like, "Give me a kiss."
Oh,
Ah,
have you said that to a woman before?
Yeah,
in Polish?
And did you
Yeah.
have to tell them? That
I had to tell them what it meant. Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Did you have court the
I was
next
like,
day?
maybe.
Did I have?
No, court's not usually that quick. Usually
No,
like a couple
no.
weeks.
Yeah.
Next day they let me out of jail. That's what it was.
I got you.
Yeah, they gotta give him like 42 hours.
Yeah,
or whatever,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah,
He
court-
didn't do anything wrong.
You had court in 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So, where can everybody find you? Where does the audience find you? Like, what's your name on all socials?
So
Your business number and anything else you want to plug.
you can find me on Instagram at iBuildBuffalo. So I_build_Buffalo. You can find my website at iBuildBuffalo.com. And you can reach me at 716-990-9929. I give out free estimates and consultations.
Nice.
And then shout out my uncle, B Royal Construction, for getting me started and getting me to where I'm at right now.
Say that company name again.
B Royal Construction.
B Royal, like
Construction.
B-E.
Yeah.
B-R Oil Construction. Well, B Royal Construction.
Okay.
B Royal.
Yeah, B Royal.
R-O-Y-A-L.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He said
the hell
R
did you think
oil.
you-
He said R oil. I was like, oh, like R-O-I-L.
B-R Oil. Well, yeah. B Royal.
I was like, oh, it's an oil company. Okay.
B Royal.
Beer oil. No, I'm kidding.
B-Royal.
B Royal.
Yeah.
B Royal Construction.
Yes, sir.
Awesome,
Yes, sir.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
so-
You gotta shout out to the roots, right, of everything.
I do.
That's
for
awesome.
sure.
Always.
Yeah.
Can't forget them.
Of course, man. Well,
Yeah,
honestly, if you want, we could take it. We could take his stuff in here too. You know.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, yeah, for sure.
I got you guys.
Yeah, if you guys need any roofing or anything done, hit this guy up, man. He's young, but he's on top of it. You know, doing things right, doing it the right way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is the Buffalo Experience podcast. I'm rolling with Big Dave. My bad. You
gotta-
could just
dude,
cut that
I
out.
was
Just cut it out, yeah.
gonna go on another spiel
Oh,
about
my
how
bad.
good my experience was.
man. That was
Yeah.
good. That was good.
I-
If you can
He's like, this is the button. I was like, wait.
go on that route again. I like it.
Yeah.
That was
So yeah, honestly, working with Mark from iBuild was a great experience. He's very thorough. You know, he checked my attic. He checked everything. I told him all my concerns about what was wrong with my roof and what I was really worried about. You know, there were some flashing issues with my chimney, and he's gonna reflash it, and it's gonna be super clean. You know, he came in for the estimate. The estimate was awesome. He gave me an amazing price. I mean, as soon as he showed me the price, I mean, the first thing he did was show me the price, and I started grabbing money. Like, I didn't even need him to go over everything. And obviously that was his main goal, was to go over everything with me, thoroughly. And I was already so happy with the price that I was starting to throw money at him right away.
Take my money.
And I'm not making this up. Seriously, if you follow me on social media, you know, Instagram, Adam Modica on Facebook, and then it's Motiques on Instagram. I'll post pictures and everything. I'm not kidding. You might see this dude on my roof, or he's gonna be out front, and you're gonna see him working on my roof. I'm not making this up. He's really coming here, and that's the reason he's on this podcast, because I had a really good experience, the Buffalo experience. You know what I'm saying, with Mark from iBuild. So, you know, get your free estimate, man. There's no reason you shouldn't. At least get an estimate, and I guarantee you'll be happy with the price. And follow me on my socials to see the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Put you under some pressure. I think that's why I
Sure.
wanted you on the episode too. Put you under some pressure, make sure you do a
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
No,
like,
that's not
listen,
why.
if you can
That's not
handle-
why. But
He's gonna be like,
I'm
what's the
not
name
even
of
worried.
what's the name of that movie
Not
where they're
even
like, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
He's gonna be like, if you can sit in front of a camera, you can be on my roof.
Or no, if you could be on my roof, you could sit in front of a camera,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, whatever.
which doesn't really make sense, but I
Yeah,
guess it
yeah,
works,
yeah.
you know.
It works, man.
But yeah, shout out to Mark from iBuild, man.
For
And
sure.
I think it was a great interview. I'm happy to have you on here, bro.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
So this has been the Buffalo Experience podcast. This is the Buffalo Experience. This is the Buffalo Comedy Podcast where
This has been the Buffalo Experience.
this is the Buffalo
Since
Comedy
day one.
Podcast where I say dumb shit and you guys laugh at me. And Motiques laughs into the mic and
He said,
that's it.
This
No.
has been the Buffalo Experience podcast since day one.
Since day one,
Gotta do the soothing voice.
we were here. Oh baby, you ready? You ready to experience the Buffalo podcast?
It's the Buffalo Experience.
Oh yeah.
I know that you've been hearing
Oh my God, we're gonna promote so many businesses in our experience. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know that you've been hearing this. Let's go. Let's go.
This took a
All
really
right.
creepy turn, real quick.
What if we just started like
So-
touching, bro? Like yeah, every episode ends in a little ditty fashion. Baby, get the baby oil.
So
You guys keep this in.
He's about to just.
yeah,
He's about
yes,
to
we're
just-
gonna 100% keep this in.
He's about to-
for sure.
He's about to be like, you know what? Take your money back, bro. I'm done with that. He's like, I'm not ready to bring my 14-year-old brother out of this
He's
room.
never gonna come. He's never gonna knock in this neighborhood ever again.
Yeah.
1 mile proximity from here.
Bro, that's terrible. All right, let's
All
so
right.
it was great having you, brother.
It was
really great.
definitely a pleasure
Yeah, man.
having you on for sure.
Yeah.
So this is the Buffalo Experience podcast. I'm rolling with Big Dave.
I'm Motiques.
And I'm Mark with iBuild Roofing.
All right, peace.